Hello, welcome to the Watch Recap 2023. These are all watches I've tried this year and I thought, wow, they would be in my collection if I was Floyd Mayweather and I had a massive budget. But I don't, so they're still in the shop. So, shall we begin? First off, we've got a 46mm Breitling NAVITIMER. Now this had a black dial with white subdials. It had the old school Breitling logo with the wing and it was nice. I like the size. The 46mm is quite a good size. I've got a 7-inch wrist, don't you know? And it felt pretty solid, but it's just a bit boring, the black dial. It's just, I think that's what I said in the shop. It was just a bit meh. And I'm not really a massive fan of the NAVITIMERs. I think they're a bit too complicated looking. I think there's too much going on and you can't really easily read the time. So, massive fan of that one. The ZENITH PRIMERO. I absolutely loved this watch. It was basically like having a Daytona without Rolex stamped on it. And it's gorgeous. I really love it. It's a bit more understated. The one thing I didn't like was the bracelet. I think this one's titanium and it's a bit light. But that's what you get from titanium. And I've said before, I don't really like titanium. I think it's a bit too light. I prefer stainless steel. So yeah, I like the different colours of the subdials. I think it adds a bit more pizzazz to it, really. And everything's just nice. I love Zenith, and I hope I'll own a Zenith soon. And yeah, what a beautiful watch that is. The Breitling Premier Pistachio. Now this dial is gorgeous. There is a condom on this one, so you can't really see the dial perfectly well, but it is gorgeous. I would love to have this watch. I think with the 41 or 42mm dial, it is lovely. The strap on this is a bit Cheshire. It's a bit shiny, it looks a bit plastic. I didn't really like that about it. But everything else is just stunning. I think I would honestly, if I had this, I'd put it on a black rubber. Just so the dial popped more. It is beautiful. The JLC Reverso. Or Jägerlöckottia. I loved this watch. As much as I felt it was a bit small on the wrist, I absolutely loved it. It was gorgeous. I loved the fact it was blue on the one side. And then you had a lovely white dial on the other side, which had a really nice detailing around the actual face. And it was just gorgeous. I loved it. It was so comfortable on the wrist, and I would buy one if I had the budget. PANERAI, the LUMINOR. Now, this watch is absolutely huge, but I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great size, and it's so easy to read that if you were walking down a street and there was people walking the other way, they could probably read the time on it. So it's quite a good watch for everyone, really, even if you're not wearing it. All that being said, it is beautiful, and I love the cover around the crown. I think it's phenomenal. I think it's a really nice watch. And the way they curve the case is just so nice on your wrist. That is definitely one I'm going to look at soon. Breitling SUPEROCEAN, the Tiffany blue. Now, I like the Tiffany blue, but like most things that are nice, it's been blown out of proportion and everyone and their dog wants or has got one, so it's kind of ruined it for me. It is a very nice blue though, but I don't know about the new SUPEROCEANs with having the black dial and then having all that white in the middle. I feel like if it didn't have the white, it would be much nicer. So yeah, it's just a couple more videos of it. Don't know why I wasted my storage on it, really. The green one, same opinion. I think if it was more green, if the dial was bigger, I feel like it would have been nicer without the white. On the rubber, I thought it was very nice. I love rubber. Rubber straps are really growing on me. I like the sporty look, and I find it very comfortable having a rubber strap. So yeah, got some macro shots here. Again, it's just a bit small, isn't it? And I don't understand the massive square on the minute hand. It's what is that? Why did they feel the need to put an old-fashioned TV on there? This was really nice. This is a bedazzled Breitling Chronomat, the B01, on the rubber strap, which was really nice. I don't really like the jazzling. I'm not a massive fan of it. And I feel like it is a bit disrespectful for the CHRONOMAT. This isn't actually made by Breitling themselves. It's made by a company called Diamond Works. But it's considered factory, apparently. So, it's nice. I think this one was about 12 grand. Not worth 12 grand in my honest opinion. But, hey, people have their own opinion on these things, don't they? Breitling SUPEROCEAN with an emerald dial. Now, the emerald is nice, but over a normal green, I don't think so. I think I'd prefer a nicer green. A nicer green. I just said that, yeah. But I felt it was a bit, for me, a bit too shiny. Here's a bit of a macro shot for you. It's nice. I'm not a massive fan of the SUPEROCEAN, if I'm being honest. I don't really, especially on the mesh bracelet. On the rubber, it's not as bad, but I still don't like how they've made the rubber look like the mesh. It's just a bit of a, not my favourite. Breitling Top Time Shelby. This is the BO1 version, and it honestly, when I say this, it moulded to my wrist. It really did. It's beautiful. I really like the deep blue, the royal blue, if it's royal blue. Watch some absolute colour fanatics saying, oh, it's a different type of blue. But anywho, I like how they've got the stripe in the middle of the dial, which is like a different type of blue. So it's a nice contrast, and it's just a really nice dial. I don't really like about these new BO1 Top Times. They've made the crystal too sharp. It's too sharply raised. So the actual dial on the outside is just morphed by the crystal, and it's a bit weird to me. I don't think I like it. But colour, gorgeous. Now, all the absolute shite I've chat about the NAVITIMER can all go out the window now because the new ones are gorgeous. This blue one is beautiful. With the black subdials, it really is nice. As much, it's still not easy to read, but it is gorgeous nonetheless. And the colour is just phenomenal. And this one was 42mm, and I think that is a really good size. TAG Heuer Carrera year of the WABBIT. This one is beautiful. I've mentioned before in my TAG Heuer video, the event, that the dial symbolises the WABBIT's hair, and it's got a nice detailing on there. It's got the rose gold indices, hands, and TAG Heuer logo. It really is a beautiful watch. TAG Heuer Dark Lord. Sexy. There's nothing really more to say about this. If you haven't tried one on before, definitely go into the showroom and have a look at it, because it is beautiful. Easily my favourite watch of 2023. TAG Heuer Monaco Golf. I'm not really a big fan of the new one. I have always preferred the one with the thicker orange and blue stripes, the version before this, but it's still a nice blue. Glistens quite nicely, and I like how they've got the orange detailing in the subdials. It's a Monaco. It's quite comfortable. I like the contrast of the colour strap as well, having the orange on the inside, which isn't the best thing. I've had that with the Breitling Top Time Triumph, with the yellow inside. It gets wrecked really quickly, but when it's new, it looks beautiful. TAG Heuer Formula 1 Indy 500. It's alright. TAG Heuer Carrera. It's basically like the year of the WABBIT, but nothing WABBIT-y. TAG Heuer Carrera Tourbillon. This one was nice. It's a bit plain for me, especially. I think this one was about 20 grand, but you get a Tourbillon. The Tourbillon looks nice, but it's a bit bland. I like how the contrasting strap and dial is nice, though. That's nice how they combine together. But just a bit of a closer look at the Tourbillon there. Very nice. This is another Tourbillon. This is the Chelsea version of the TAG Heuer Carrera. It's been vajazzled to high heaven, but it's just bonkers. And I actually do like the rubber strap, but I could never wear this out. It's £72,000. So, yeah. It's a very, very special edition. This isn't even on the website. I always ask them to get it out because it's bonkers. Formula 1, TAG Heuer again. They had green, orange and red of these. This is the green one. Not a big fan, if I'm being honest. I think because the rubber strap isn't the same colour as the green dial, it's a bit. Didn't really feel amazing on the wrist. This really wasn't one of my favourites. I thought this was a bit of a letdown, if I'm being honest. But the colours look quite nice. I just wish they would match with the strap, really. Breitling Top Time Thunderbird. Now this has got the BO1 and everything like that. The white dial is very nice. I love the little orange accent between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. It is a bit thick for me. I think with the, how I mentioned before as well, the steep crystal, it's a bit... Phone's just died. Honestly, right, let me just talk about Apple a sec. You pay a fortune for these goddamn things, right? And you have to do an update. They force you to do an update. Like, come here, little boy. Update your phone so you get the new features. But is this a new feature, is it? It crashing all the time. Is that one of the features? And no, I won't buy your goddamn brand new phone because it's literally the exact same as the one you bought out last time. So what I will do is I'll be a smart person and buy 3 generations older on eBay and save a fortune. They will do the same thing anyway. Let me just load the bloody footage. As I said, yeah, with the red strap, nice. A bit Cheshire, but it looks good anyway. The white dial is very sexy. And I love the Thunderbird logo on the dial at the front. It's very nice. The BO1 Triumph. Now, I don't really like this one. I don't like how they've made the indices so dark. And there's too much of a deep contrast between the black and the grey on this one. Is it grey or blue? I'm colourblind. I don't know if it's grey or blue, but it's just not, it's not as nice as the old version. That might be me just being biased because I've got the old one, but yeah. The Breitling Top Time BO1 Corvette. You're probably fed up with me saying BO1 Top Time at this point, but I'm sorry, this is the last one. So this is the BO1 and the version before, side by side. And you can see by the old one has a bit more of a bigger dial, it has more real estate, but the newer one, because the crystal is so domed, it looks much smaller than it actually is. I do prefer how they've put the white stitching on the black strap on the BO1 though. I think it looks much better. They've still got the yellow on the inside of the goddamn strap though. Wow. The green and gold Chronomat. I love this watch. This is a top contender to be up there with James's favourites because it was gorgeous. The weight was beautiful. The gold is lovely. And the green just pops ever so slightly and it is gorgeous. I really like it on the rubber strap. I think it's a really nice contrast between the bezel and the crown and the strap. And I think it looks really nice. I think this is a great watch. And I think anyone that's into Breitling really needs to try on a Chronomat. I think they are really nice. I don't really like the bracelet when it's got the... It reminds me of having the tissue rolls. Do you know, like an empty tissue roll all put together, glued together on the bracelet. That's what it reminds me of. But when you have it on, it is actually quite nice. It's the same with the Tag Heuer link that I mentioned in the other video. It's a bit Marmite, but when you put it on, it's very nice. This is another Breitling SUPEROCEAN. I think the SUPEROCEAN always looks better with chronograph and with the day date. Very nice. Still not really my favourite design. Anywho, this one's on the NATO strap. This is a limited edition which is for saving the planet, the ocean. I think it's made by plastics that they found in the ocean, which is nice. This is another Breitling NAVITIMER. Again, I'm sorry for mentioning so many NAVITIMERs. I've been to Breitling quite a bit. So this is another blue, but this blue was really nice. It's really shiny. It's more like silvery. Got the Breitling wings on there. It's just gorgeous. But they made the inside of the goddamn strap yellow again. Anywho, very nice watch. Red gold Breitling Premier. And it was gorgeous. It's the duograph. It is beautiful. £17,000. Quite cheap. This one is beautiful. This is the one with the HEUER on the dial. This is the new cherry red HEUER Carrera. And the colour is phenomenal. I think these had like 400 pieces each. There was a red, blue, green. And honestly, the dial was stunning. The red, it really did pop nicely. And I can't believe this was still in the shop. They have sold out now prior to this picture, but what a watch that was. This is the Opaline Tag Heuer Carrera Porsche. The glass box design on it is stunning, and I didn't stop dribbling over this one. It's got the rose gold casing, the 18 karat gold buckle. I wish it was a butterfly clasp or a folding clasp, but you get a pin buckle here. It's one for the ladies. This dial was sensational. It was Grand Seiko-esque, really. Shame it's just for the ladies. You lucky mother. But the gold on this with the diamonds, I hate diamonds. Indices, I think is a bit tacky. But for a woman, I think that would be really nice. With both the contrast between the The gold bezel with the stainless steel casing, rubber strap. Very nice watch. I'll be happy to wear it if I was a woman. Tag Heuer link, I've mentioned this before. The dial's a bit boring on this one, this exact model, but the bracelet looks a bit ugly, but it's very comfortable. When it's on, it looks pretty. Formula 1 Senna, they've tried to do a Tag Heuer link bossing in the leather strap. Looks alright, to be honest. Don't really like the yellow on it. It's a bit of a boring watch, if I'm being honest. I'm not really a big fan. Fan of Senna, not the watch. Tag Heuer Formula 1 again, the steel and gold. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I always saw it online and thought, well, that's a bit tacky. But it feels really nice on the wrist. And it's not really that chintzy. I thought it was going to be a bit louder than it was, but very nice. And I was pleasantly surprised with that one. This is the 18 karat gold. Phone's crashed again. I don't know what's going on. Like, I would say I'm switching to Android, but Android's even worse. Android's just I only use Apple. I don't like using my phone, but I only use Apple because it's just simple. But Android's just like, it's just too there. I love the flip Samsung ones though. It's like back in the day when you used to flip over your phone. It was either that or slide. I like the Galaxy Fold though, when you got a massive tablet, but I don't know when I'd actually use it. So phone's back up now, so I'll stop rambling. What a shocking phone, honestly. Where was I then? This is the 18 karat gold casing, Omega-esque finishing, beautiful. It's got the grey dial and then you've got the blue dial, absolutely stunning. I really did like the blue dial with the contrasting blue strap, but this one had the 18 karat gold bezel with the stainless steel casing. I really did enjoy the full 18 karat gold works, but I would rather not have that to have the blue dial. This one was a bit of a dark horse for me. I absolutely adored it. It is the Tag Heuer Solargraph, the Acuracer, and it is beautiful. It's got the carbon bezel, forged carbon, and then you've got the DLC coated case with the rubber strap. Beautiful. Honestly, it was gorgeous. I was wrong about the Solargraph. I thought it was something to do with the dial, but the dial is somehow transparent enough to let light into the watch and into the movement, and there's like solar panel technology in the actual movement, and it charges it. It is phenomenal, and once I have the budget, I will buy one of them. It is gorgeous. They've already come down a bit. There was one I saw recently for $19.50. I did a video on it, and yeah, yes. Keep coming down, my beauty. This is the titanium version with the forged carbon version. The titanium version wasn't my favourite because it was so light. Titanium looks nice, how matte it is, but the weight, I just can't get over how light they are. It just feels cheap to me. They look nice though. Another Acuracer, this is just a standard quartz model. Bit boring. Dial looks nice. This is the Steve McQueen. This is the limited edition model, and it is very nice. I love the blue, the contrasting blue sub-dials with the strap. I love how the strap is perforated. Crown on the left side is phenomenal, and I love how they put Heuer on the dial. I think that is the best thing and the best part about it. I love the Heuer logo. This had a nice titanium case, but it wasn't as bad because it was on a leather strap. Having the titanium in the bracelet as well is a bit too much titanium for me. It had a nice grainy effect to the casing and just sexy. Heuer 02 in there. And in there. And is limited to, if I would just do some zoom in, 1,000 pieces. You could probably still buy one in the shop. And Tag Heuer have done an incredible thing that BREITLING should have done and made the inside of the goddamn strap black, not yellow. I love Tag Heuer. Dark Lord again. I'm not going to show any more because I'll start dribbling and you don't want to see that. The WABBIT on the back, sexy, beautiful. How many pictures did I take of them? Oh my god, Dark Lord's back again! GMT version of the Acuracer with the blue and white bezel with the rubber strap. Bit playful for me. It's a bit colourful, but nice watch either way. So that's all, most of the watches I wore or saw in person this year. I saw a couple of Grand Seikos which were gorgeous, but I probably forgot to record like I usually do. I don't even think about taking my phone out. So yeah, overall, it's been great for watches. I've very much enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you got this far, I can see we've got 36 goddamn minutes. Sorry for wasting your time. But yeah, I would recommend most of the watches. Just go into the shops and have a gander. Watches Switzerland is probably the best place to go because you've got so much variety. So, thanks for watching, and here's to 2024. Ta-ra.